Sometimes waiting is the most difficult part of a performance or an audition. So I like to keep my body moving so that my muscles stay loose and limber, my mind stays focused, I don't have time to think too much about what I'm about to do, and I just find my center through some easy movements. So I start with some wrist rolls, always a nice way to begin. Switch direction. And you'll notice that these are all exercises that you can actually do in your concert clothes, whether they're a gown or a suit or whatever it is that you wear. Now we go to one wrist at a time. Make a little bracelet around my wrist so I can intensify the feeling and switch directions. There comes a point when you can't, roll out a yoga mat and do a full routine, but these little exercises and stretches just keep you calm and moving. And maybe I clasp both hands and roll both wrists out at once. Maybe I shake it out. Anything you want to do, have fun with it. Don't take it too seriously. You can trick yourself into having a good time. I like to make sure my knuckles are nice and limber, especially if it's cold. You can almost hear them talking to me. Good. Maybe some shoulder rolls. Then I extend my arms out to either side, like I'm in an imaginary doorway, and I pretend I'm pushing each side of the doorway out to either side, and I start to feel a real zingy sensation all the way up my arm, sort of waking up the nerves. Ooh, I don't do that for too long, then I might play around with my wrists. My arms extended, and then make a natural transition to some shoulder rolls. Gradually getting larger. Getting the blood moving. Again, really good to do if it's cold backstage. And you don't have to be fancy about it, just find any corner. If someone looks at you funny and asks what you're doing, just invite them to join you. Maybe some shoulder taps side to side. Stimulating the backs of your shoulder blades, extending when you open up, extending through the back, your upper back when you come forward. Maybe you pause, move the elbows up and down if that feels interesting. Drop one ear to one shoulder, gently. Always gentle with the neck and the other side. Switch elbows on top. Then I like to do some side bends, create space in my whole body. So take a comfortable stance, sweep your arms up and over your head. You can either clasp your fingers or grab one wrist and pull on the opposite arm, gently bending to one side, rooting through the soles of your foot, feeling the extension from toes to fingertips. Breathing here. Come back up to center, switch sides. Maybe feel like you have more space in your ribs. Giving your lungs more room to breathe. Come back up. Maybe you take a little back bend, look up to the ceiling. You can even give yourself a little assist. Push your hips forward. You can roll forward. That isn't super appropriate in this dress, so I'm not going to do that. Then the last thing I like to do isn't even a yoga pose or any sort of official thing. I like to call it superhero pose. I just stand with my hands on my hips. You can bring your hands anywhere that's comfortable for you. Take a wide, comfortable stance, root down through the soles of my feet. Puff open my chest like I'm a real superhero. Either look off into the distance or close your eyes. Feel open and strong and powerful, and just breathe. I might say a little mantra to myself. prepared. I'm enough. Anything that speaks to you. Or maybe you simply breathe. And just do that a few times until you feel strong and capable and like the amazing musician you are. And go out and have a really fun performance.